Welcome back to West Palm Beach as we continue our spring training special here on Houston Sports Show. Friday, I sat down with General Manager Jeff Luhnow. Welcome back in the Houston Sports Show, and we couldn't do a spring training special without having the master of all the Astros organization, General Manager Jeff Luhnow. Thanks for joining us, man. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
You're working out?
Yeah.
So describe your workout.
Well, spring training is also for executives. We have to stay in good shape. It's a long season for us too, and we have such a beautiful facility here. So I do bike riding and running and walking and a little bit of weights. But it's these are long days. We come in early. We have a night game tonight, so we're here all day. Why not?
You got your guns out. I mean,
Yeah.
what kind of weights are you lifting? Are you moving players out of the way so you can lift?
Yeah, actually, I'm not doing heavy weights. I do Peloton, which is a lot of fun. And I do running outdoors, and here in Florida, the weather's so great. It's pretty nice to take advantage of that.
But speaking of this facility, I mean, this is your
Yeah.
third year here, and it seems you guys have settled in. It's a huge
Yeah.
difference from Kissimmee and what was there. Kind of talk about what's so special about being in West Palm.
Well, we love it here for so many reasons. The complex is first rate. Before we built this complex, we looked at all the other facilities in Arizona and Florida and sort of picked the best features of all of them and put them into here. The guys are so comfortable. There's great areas to live around here. You know, they get done at 3 in the afternoon after coming in at 5 in the morning. They can go hang out on the beach for an hour or go to some good restaurants. So now that we've been here 3 years, all the kinks are worked out. It's a really fun environment for fans to come watch baseball and also just enjoy being in Florida. This weather's been terrific.
The weather's been terrific. The entire camp has been rather smooth with nothing major going on. I know that's what you prefer, right?
It is. This is the time of year where when the trainer comes up to my office, I usually say, oh no, now what? But he hasn't been up too much. We've had a couple nicks, but nothing really significant. And you know, it looks like we're going to be 100% and ready to go for opening day. And I'll tell you what, to have healthy Altuve and Bregman and Correa and Springer and Reddick and Gurriel and all of our guys, we're going to be a really fun team this year.
I know you guys analyze everything and do a lot of projections. You mentioned guys coming back from injury with Jose Altuve and Carlos Correa specifically. How are their projections are affected by when they played a season with so many injuries toward it? And how does that factor into your analytics?
Well, we usually know that we're going to have some players underperform, and it's typically due to injury, and we're also going to have players overperform, and Bregman was an example of that last year. So we did have several of our core players produce less than we anticipated, and a large part of that was due to the obvious injuries, especially we saw those in the postseason. But those guys are healthy now, and we really like our lineup. We love our bullpen. We really love our pitching staff, and you know, there's still a few question marks as far as who the fifth starter is going to be and who the last man on the roster is going to be on the position player side, but we're in pretty good shape, and we can kind of pencil in an opening day lineup right now.
So on Correa specifically, is there any doubt in your mind that he's much more of the star player that he is regularly, not what he looked like for a good portion of the last season?
I think we're going to see the player that we all grew to love when he was the Rookie of the Year, and the plays that we've seen him make. I watched him this week just make some really spectacular defensive plays, and when he's making those plays defensively, you know he's comfortable. He has nothing, he's not feeling anything, and that also translates to the plate. I think last year towards the end of the season we saw that he was having trouble really pulling the ball. He was sort of going the other way, and the swings weren't quite as powerful, and we're going to see a different Carlos Correa this year.
That power, we see him crushing the ball now, so that's who he is. He's a big, strong kid. Your pitching staff carried you for a good portion of last season. That rotation has undergone dramatic change. With, what is it, probably 400 or 500 innings that aren't here that were there a year ago. Can it still be as solid as it was a year ago?
It can, because we're starting with Justin Verlander and Garrett Cole, two of the best pitchers in baseball over the past few years, and they're both going to be at the top of our rotation. And Wade Miley had a great year for the Brewers last year, and he was a great playoff pitcher for them as well. Colin McHugh, he won 19 games for us back in 15, and he's going to be back on our rotation. And then between Peacock and Valdez and James and the other candidates, we're going to have a good rotation. All
right, it's Friday. The show's not airing till Sunday, so when people watch the show on Sunday, can they be planning for a Keuchel's Corner, or is that, or can we not go there?
Well, all I can say is we're still working on improving the team any way we can, and for the players that are still out there that are unsigned, you know, we continue to take advantage of those opportunities if they present themselves.
He's a politician. He's going to be running for office one of these days when he gets tired of being the general manager. Are you still loving the ins and outs? I know you got a new title, and it kind of opens the door for you to sit back and enjoy your fruits of your labor, right?
That. It raises the expectations, but You know, we have a great team. It's this last 4 years. The first 3 years were rough, but we knew we were doing the right thing. These last 4 years have been a lot of fun. We've had winning baseball in Houston. We've been to the playoffs 3 out of 4. We've won a World Series, and you know, we're hungry. We want to keep it going. We still have a really good farm system. We have a great young team, so I'm enjoying it as much today as it has ever.
I was saying, you have to feel it too, when just from the fans and just when you're out and about. It's a different world than it was, right?
It is. I mean, 2012 and 2013, I would go to Starbucks and people would say, "Oh, you're the general manager of that team that lost 100 games 2 years in a row." Now they're happy to see me, and they all have advice: trade for this player or sign this player. But
people are interested.
They're interested.
They care.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks a lot, Jeff. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Cool. That'll work. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, good.